and welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff Hall. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present. Each episode, I'm answering your questions, so make sure you reach out to me on Instagram at tiffhall_xo or send me an email at bounceforward@novaentertainment.com.au and I'll answer your questions in upcoming episodes. So let's get going. This question comes from Shelley. I'm thinking of starting to train at home, which is a great idea, Shelley. What kind of equipment should I buy to set up my own home gym? Now, when it comes to a home gym, I'm a minimalist. So here are my favorites, and they're all under about $10, and even some of them you can find around the house. Even the kids will have them. So the first thing that I really love as my piece of home equipment is a skipping rope, because it's under $5. It's one of my favorite cardio options. It takes me back to my childhood. It's so much fun, and you burn an average 200 calories in 10 minutes. It's super effective, and just 10 minutes of exercise can boost endorphins. But if you skip for 20 minutes, those good vibes can last for up to 12 hours. So doing your exercise, doing your cardio, it really does pay off. And to think you got 12 hours of happy vibes just from skipping for 20 minutes at home, it's the best investment. So I say get a skipping rope. Next, let's talk resistance bands. Now, they're everywhere and you can pick them up super cheap, under $10. They really do work your glutes, so you do need to have these in your arsenal. If you want to build that booty, you need the booty loop bands. Mini resistance bands come in different strengths, so from light to medium to heavy. I just love them. I use them on TXO and I have heaps of them lying around the house. Next, I'm a little bit biased, but I have my TXO weighted gloves. They're fantastic and they're a game changer. So you can wear them when you're doing weights to add 1 to 2 kilos to the weight that you're doing. So you don't have to buy so many dumbbells at different weights. You can go for a walk or a run with them and they tone your arms. You can do your boxing workout with them. You can do your home workouts with them. They're fantastic. So they're under $10 at mytxo.com. They're fantastic. Now, I have to mention fitness sliders. These are great. They beat tea towels on the floorboards or plastic plates on the carpet. Really, they can elevate your resistance training. They're super simple. So grab yourself some sliders. And here's something we all have in the backyards, just a soccer ball. There's so much you can do with a soccer ball. You can have a game of soccer with the kids, or you can do some Russian twists, ab workouts. You can do soccer ball burpees. You can do diamond push-ups on there. There's a killer workout right there. So you can do heaps with balls around the house. Another item lying around the house is the beloved tennis ball. Oh my gosh, this is so good as a recovery tool because you can use it on trigger points. You can roll it and massage it into your body in points that are sore, or if you have delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS. So tennis ball's really good. And then I've come to my final piece of equipment, and I find dumbbells are ugly around the house, and they are just... What are you going to do? Buy a whole rack from 1 kilos to 10 kilos and have 10 sets lying around your house? Like, it's just orkies. So what I recommend is getting something that everybody has around the house, and it only costs $1, soup cans. Soup cans are just heavy enough to do all your arm exercises and high reps and your boxing and everything that you need. And they're just in the cupboard, and then you can make a delicious meal afterwards. And it's less ugly than having dumbbells lying around. So soup cans are a great option. But of course, if you want to add your dumbbells, then you need a light set, 2 to 3 kilos, and then you need a heavier set, like 5 to 7 kilos. So just choose one set of each so you don't have heaps lying around the house and it's expensive. Dumbbells are probably a bigger investment. And then, if you want things like a foam roller, that can be really good, and invest in a good exercise mat. You don't want one that flies away or is flimsy or you need to iron out, like gets all crinkled. I hate that. I've got so many pet peeves with exercise mats. I have a good, thick, reliable exercise mat on TXO at mytxo.com. It's my own brand. I designed it myself that I trust, but shop around. Make sure you find a really good exercise mat. So that's my little kit and caboodle, my little home gym. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can just be a few little things around the house that you have to one side and you know that you're going to get a great workout in. If you want to do a piece of cardio equipment, search your soul. What kind of person am I? Am I a bike person? Am I a treadmill person? Am I a rower? And you have to go with that because if you enjoy it, you're going to stick to it. I myself, I like a stationary bike because it's so gentle on my knees and I know it's a good investment because I'm going to be able to do the bike now and I'm turning 40 this year, way into my 50s. Whereas with a treadmill, I think, oh, my time's limited on the treadie because, my joints and, the suspension and things like that. So I like to go with the bike. But if you're really into your resistance training, a great investment, and they're quite expensive, is going with the cable machine because it is so versatile. You've got all the different attachments you can add to it. You can personalize it. You can get a weight bench. You can do so much with a cable machine. And the resistance is amazing because it's not like a dumbbell where you're just getting the resistance. You're hooked up to resistance the whole time with the cables. And it's an amazing machine. And it's my go-to whenever I go to a gym as well. So that may be something to aim for down the track, but it just depends how much space you've got at home, I guess. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I love having your company, so please DM me on Instagram at tiffhall_xo and let me know any questions that you may have. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app. Speak soon. Happy days.